It's Florida Oaks Day, Saturday, April the 2nd, and here's a preview of Florida Derby Day. Here are the stakes races and who I like. In race 3, it's the Grade 2 Swale Stakes going 7 furlong. My selection is Traveling Man. He'll be the short price favorite. I really tried to go against him because I didn't like the fact that he broke his maiden against Ninja Blade, who seems to be a negative key race. But it just looks tons the best in here, and he was beaten last time out by horse that's going into Florida Derby. It's my pick, Flashpoint, so I'm going to go with number 6, Traveling Man. I'll double the investment. Race 6 is the Sir Shackleton Handicap. It's also at 6 furlongs. This race probably be more appropriately named Once They Were Great, but now we don't know how good they are, the stakes. Coffee Boy, I don't like him, 1. Number 2, Funny Bone, one of my favorite horses of all time. Regal Ransom, tons of that class. Safe Trip, no. IB Boye, no. Our Edge, long shot. Unbridled Heat, never. Captain Candyman can, logical if it was at 7 furlongs. So my selection is going to be Funny Bone. He's had 6 furlong works, which would be good enough to win most allowance races. He's got a bullet 5 furlong work. And even though he's been off 7 months and he was beaten 20 lengths in his last, I think Funny Bone's got enough class. This is the first time he hasn't raced in graded stakes company since the second race after he won his maiden. So I'm going to go with Funny Bone, and again, I'll double the investment. Next stakes race on the card, which is part of our owner's competition, is race 8, the Emirate Airline Appleton Stakes. It's a mile on the turf. This is my best bet of the day, Little Mike. Little Mike is pure speed, ridden by Joe Bravo. What's amazing to me is that he was allowed to win 2 of 3 races, paying $27.80 and $12.80. Even I missed him. And in 3-back in the Fort Lauderdale Handicap, the Grade 3, he broke from post 11. Still cleared the field and wired it. He came back in a Grade 1 race at a mile and an 1/8, and in spite of pace pressure, led in the deep stretch before giving it up. He came back in another stakes race here at Gulfstream for post position 8, cleared the field again, wired the field again. Today's on the rail, today's the speed of the speed. I think Little Mike, wire to wire in Appleton. I'll go at least 30 deep on him. He's my bet of the day, number 1 in Appleton. The 9th race is the Skip-Away Stakes at the unusual distance of 1 mile and 3/16. It's the second race of 2011 for Belmont Stakes winner Drosselmeyer. I think he's a bit of a plotter. He'll pick up the pieces if there's enough of a pace late. I just don't think there will be. I think Coliseo is a quality stakes horse for Todd Pletcher. I think the distance is beyond him. Gabriel's Hill is my long shot selection. He'll probably set the pace to deep stretch before he'll be overtaken. SF Stone, number 10, is the feel-good story of the winner. My selection is number 10, Jackson Ben, the surprise package of the day. Jackson Ben ran his best race in spite of being in the Nick Zito barn last year when he was troubled 3rd in the Preakness at this mile and 3/16 distance. He came back off a multi-month layoff in the Grade 2 Gulfstream Park Handicap, going a flat mile, made a big move on the turn and was carried wide. And Sparta stumbling at the start was only beaten 2 lengths. I think he's sharper today. I think Jackson Ben is the upset selection in the Skip-Away Stakes. Finally, the feature race, Florida Derby. I do not like Sold Out. He'll be a short price favorite. I think To Honor and Serve has a lot to prove. I'm not willing to bet on him. 3, Arch Traveler, I think highly overrated. 4, Bowman's Causeway, needs to go back to Allowance Company. Shackelford probably needs to go to Optional Claiming Company. Stay Thirsty, hasn't been training well, otherwise he'd be my pick. He should have stayed in New York. Dialed In, way overrated. And finally, my selection, a bit of an upset, is Flashpoint. Dan Hillman selected him as his horse on the DRF. I think he's going to go to the front. I think he's not going to stop. So my selection, I'm going to double the investment on number 8, Flashpoint. Just as a point of interest in our owner's competition, my picks, my horses that I will own, in the Swale, I'll take number 3, Little Drama, and number 6, Traveling Man. In the Shackelford, I'll take Our Edge, Captain Candyman Can, and Funny Bone. In the Emirates Appleton Stakes, I'll take Commandeered, Asphalt, and Little Mike. In the 9th, the Skip-Away, I'll take Jackson Ben, Our Dark Knight, and Gabriel Hill. And in the Florida Derby, I'll take Flashpoint, and then I'll really back them up with To Honor and Serve, Arch Traveler, Stay Thirsty, and Dialed In. We'll come back after the races today on Florida Oaks Day and see how we did.